To Jaylen Brown. Lays it up and in.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Hayward. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Trying to cash in. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing your mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Has a look. Jumper's good.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Runner's good there.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Knocked loose. Jackson with it. Trailing by 11. Short jumper stays out. To Jaylen Brown. And scores on a nifty dance to the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Jaylen Brown. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Pistons ball here. Jackson to Alonzo Trier. Takes stock of the floor. Alonzo Trier to Reggie Jackson. Beyond the arc for 3. Defense was ready. Reggie Jackson unable to hit. Aaron Baines powers it through.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
Jackson with it. Trailing by 15. Fires the 3. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Going to launch beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time. Jackson. Won't go. A shot at the buzzer. It's good. At the buzzer. He got it out well before the red light came on. And that extends the lead at the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference Finals on Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Balls.
Yeah, baby, here we go, here we go.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Man, that was a tough shot.
Well, there you have it. The defense just took notice of this young player on that previous shot. Guarantee you they won't leave him open next time.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. it to the basket, but it stays out.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Cashes in for two.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
To Smith.
String coming.
That's no good. To Irving. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Shot by Smith. Off the mark. To Horford. Count the basket. It's Detroit's ball. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Off the mark. To Smith. To Luke Kennard. 4-3. That's what he does best. Kennard drills the three.
Look, I'm not the one to hate. I'm the prime example of a bad decision that turned out well.
Make it hard on us. Make it easy.
Fires the three. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Smith. Off the mark. No good. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Ish Smith to Griffin. Trying to cash in. Griffin's shot won't go. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Irving. Has a look. Not today.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Griffin. Can't connect from in close. Pistons clear the board.
Hey, check up. Let's go. Watch the cutter, man.
Has a chance. Smith's shot, no good.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Let him out. Let him out.
It goes down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Down low for Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 4 out of 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
Drop.
And counted at the rim.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Smith. Rebound, Horford. For 3. That's good D. Shot no good. Long key from three-quarters court. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Celtics didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way...
Game track. Field goals.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a terrible...
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was...
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game. You know what's coming. Go get it.
Here we go.
To Jaylen Brown from long range. Brown with the 3 with a hand in his face.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Smith. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Count it.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Pistons have it.
Be alert. Here it comes. Be alert.
Is Smith. From the painted area, won't go down.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
The pass set it all up.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Smith on the drive, but his shot won't fall.
And sometimes when a player has it going like he did in the first half, there's a reluctancy from his other teammates to actually try to be more involved in the offense. He needs other guys to step up and make some easier plays that take the attention all off of him.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Marcus Morris. God, tough shot. Hand in his face, he makes them pay.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
knocked loose. Smith. And the rebound comes down to Brown.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Ish Smith to Nick Young. Griffin. Smith. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. Hayward. Beyond the arc for three. Drains it.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Smith with a shot, it won't fall.
And as somebody who went through this multiple times, sometimes you need to take a deep breath, slow yourself down, think, maybe get some ball screens, tell your bigs to set a random screen, find a way to utilize the sets that your coach has given you to get yourself back in this game mentally.
Smith. Not that time. He missed it. To Hayward. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Pistons ball here. Ish Smith.
Make it tough on him. Make it tough on him.
That's going to be out of bounds.
Take care of the ball.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Deep two there, won't go.
You see, Ed, in the first half, he was so efficient. He would catch the ball, turn, make 1 or 2 dribbles right into his shot. No wasted movement. Now, he's playing with the basketball too much. Really hard to find a rhythm, and the defense settles into itself.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Trying to cash in, and he drains it.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Smith. Can't connect. It's no good. To Marcus Morris. Going a launch beyond the arc. Oh, that's how it's done.
Look, the reality is some players have it and some players don't. There's a reason why they call him the one.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Has a look. The shot missed by Smith. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. With that, he's 5 for 9.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Aaron Baines powers it through.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Knocks down the first. And he hits the second. Knocks down all three at the line. Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Celtics way out in front. Pistons basketball here to start the fourth quarter.
All right, let's do this.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. First one, count it. Second of three is good. Hits all three free throws.
There we go. Yes, sir.
Screen coming.
Screen come on. Yeah.
Ish Smith to Griffin. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
It's good, and one.
But did you see on that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs, there's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
Got it. It's Detroit's ball.
Screen coming right. Screen coming right.
Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
Really explosive first half, but in the second half, the defense has made the finer adjustments. Now they're shading him to his weak hand. He doesn't look as comfortable as he did early.
Here's a chance from long range, and he's yet to hit one from deep. It's no good. To Marcus Morris. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Marcus Morris trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Trying to cash in. Shot by Smith off the mark.
In that first half, he was just shooting the ball, doing whatever he wants. Now, maybe that the shot isn't falling, pay attention to the feet of your defender. That high leg is up. Maybe grab that high leg with that right arm or that left arm, swing through, get to the rim, create some contact, and that's the way you start to find your rhythm again.
To Marcus Morris. 4-3. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Griffin, nice pass to set things up. And score. Strong take.
Ed, I have a rule. If you're 6'9" or taller, I don't want to see you jelly it. I don't want to see any kind of weird spin or English on the ball. Just dunk it. Keep it simple, please.
Fires the three. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Celtics have it. Lets it fly from long range. Smothering D. Young with the basketball. His guys down big to Smith. Knocks it down from mid-range. And the basket good at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Griffin. For three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Kyrie Irving at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throws good for Irving as he finishes off the three-point play, adding to the Celtics lead. Smith. Jay, you had to figure sooner or later one of those threes was going to go down.
I don't know. I'm a little bit beside myself that they kept shooting the ball at that clip. I mean, when you miss that many shots in a row, you usually try to get to the rim, see the ball go in, then go inside out. But obviously, that's not the case.
That misses with a second to go. It's a victory here for the Celtics. They've grabbed game one of this best-of-5 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been...
The Celtics put their opponents away in a...
Player of the game. Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have... On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. And it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.